Harry, this is Laura Potato. And this is, what if Asta was betrayed and was the reincarnation of Ryomen, I just said this a while ago now. Ryomen Sukuna. So yeah, if you don't know who Sukuna is, then damn, you are pretty late in Jujutsu Kaisen, or you don't even know. But before I go on to this what if and actually explain not who the heck is Sukuna. I already did part 1 yesterday, so leave me alone. Like, I did it when I was the most tired in my life. Like, I was about to black out. If I didn't stop the what if in such a specific location that I wanted to stop it at, I would have blacked out. At that point, too, you just would have heard me snoring. But yeah. But now, what's it called? So, this is part 2 of it. Let me actually explain one thing. Naruto what ifs. I know that multiple of you are right now thinking, when are you gonna do Naruto what ifs? When are you gonna do this, do that, do this? Or do One Piece or Boruto? The problem is, I'm still fucking unbelievable, bored of doing Naruto what ifs all the damn time. So, of course, I'm still burned the fuck out. It's been at least 2 weeks from doing, just Asta what ifs. But, not the point. Because what's it called? I feel like doing one Naruto what if that I did a one shot a long time ago. It was about it's probably like 8 to 9 to 10 months old. But I remember doing this one shot. It was what if Naruto was a reincarnation of Madara, Sukuna, and Aizen. I remember doing that one shot and didn't know at that time who the fuck was Sukuna, and someone would just keep complaining to me, do this what if. I just did a one shot, so it shut them the fuck up. But now that I know who the hell Sukuna is, Aizen I already knew, and Madara, of course I fucking knew who the hell those people were now. Well, I knew Madara and Aizen in the first place. Sukuna I didn't know who the hell, but yeah, at that time I just wasn't reading Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't think I was doing anything at that time. Just doing what ifs at that time. Mostly Naruto. But not the point. I'm going to be doing that one. But I'm also going to do what if Naruto was a reincarnation of Aizen, just Sosuke Aizen. Because I remember doing that what if, but I didn't like how I did it. So I'm actually going to change it. So some people didn't even understand why Naruto was being too nice. Bitch, he's being manipulated. Like Aizen. Aizen was nice at one point and then just manipulated your ass thinking he was nice. You people are retarded if you don't understand what the hell Aizen is doing at the same time. Oh my fucking days. I had a fucking plan, but then I'm just gonna change it. I don't remember what I was doing in that what if, so I'm not gonna go rewatch it. But other what ifs, like what if Naruto had a very powerful ability? I am going to try to finish it. What if Naruto was the reincarnation of Doflamingo? Also going to try to finish that. What if Boruto had ate the Ituto no Mi? Also going to try to finish that one. A lot of what ifs I'm going to try to finish, because I know that I kind of stopped it at some random point of the story that I'm actually going to try to finish it. But yeah. What else am I doing? Also what else I'm actually going to try to finish also, because I have an idea on where to end it off, but yeah. Now, what's it called? Let me go into this what if. Let me shut up, okay? So, we go into Asta. Asta's right now laughing at 2 people that are coming straight towards him. One is named Noel Sylveon, and the other one is named Yuno. His, somewhat brother of him. He doesn't really see Yuno as his brother, or doesn't even see Noel as his lover. He actually doesn't care. Asta has been more, he's evil. He's now pure evil. He fused his true self, he fused with his true reincarnation self, that's Sukuna, the old self that was just like something a part of his mind to kind of stop him from becoming purely evil. So of course, when he met Sukuna, he now became his whole self. But yeah. That means now he has the power of cursed energy. Yes, he has tons of cursed energy, just like Sukuna. Well, quotation marks, slowly. But yeah. So Asta sees, Noel and Yuno getting towards him. Yuno has a sword, and of course, this is where she says, Asta! He tries to slash at Asta. Asta jumps up, doing a flip and dodging him. Now, if I should mention one thing, Asta's at the very, very, very top of, well, the whole, like, kingdom. Like, the very top. You know that pointing thing up there? Yeah. Asta is all the way on top of there. And, of course, Asta's dodging Noelle. And, you know, they are both able to fly. Asta can't fly. Not yet. I don't... Oh, well, no. Sukuna can't really fly. He can jump pretty fucking high, but he can't really fly. But, yeah. Asta's laughing and saying, "What are you two doing? Are you two trying to kill me?" It seems that you two are failing at it. This is where both Noelle and Yuno says, "Asta!" So where Asta smiles and says, "Too bad for you. I don't care about your feelings." That's where both of them freeze for a second. And of course, Asta was kind of emanating this presence, this dark, malicious presence when he said that. This is where Noelle's heart was still shattering. And of course, the motivation to fight Asta is kind of diminishing. This is where, well, Yuno is getting angry, saying, "Asta, this isn't you. This is me, Yuno. It's always been me. What do you think? Everyone wants to make me the villain, then I'll be the villain." This is where, well, Yuno says, "No, that's not the point. You mistake that. No, the Wizard King was trying to help you. Help me by putting me in prison? Hell no! You fucking bastard. You're just trying to make me feel better. That ain't happening any damn time. Now, Yuno, fuck off." That's why Yuno says, "No!" He rushes at Asta, but of course, Asta dodges it. And of course, this is where when he sees Yuno kind of like try to swing at him, and Yuno starts to fly faster, just like to get away from Asta before Asta tries to hit him or anything. Asta smashes his leg upon Yuno's back, smashing him into the building, the top building, all the way to the down floor. This is where Yuno, he gets out of his wind spiritual form. This is where Belle, she says, "Yuno, you bastard." Asta says, "Oh, shut up, you little fairy, before I kill you." This is why Asta's presence is being more darkish, malicious. Does it work well? Asta says, "Whatever. Bye, Yuno. I won't kill you. Because you are my brother a little bit. So I won't kill you. Maybe later. Maybe until I burn everything you love." That's right. Yuno's like, "No, Asta. What about the village?" Oh. What about the village? That's what Yuno's like, You wouldn't kill them, right? You wouldn't kill father or sister Lily, would you? He's trying to get up. This is where Asta says, "Oh no. Sister Lily has rejected my feelings so many damn times. I might just kill her." This is where, well, Yuno says, "You monster. Just because she rejects your feelings doesn't mean you have to kill her." "I'm just kidding." Asta just smiles. It was this friendly, goofy smile, but of course it's so malicious in the background. That's why, well, I wouldn't kill her. What to do with her then? Ooh, should I sacrifice to some kind of god? I don't know. Should I make her one of my creatures, one of my cursed creatures? What should I do to her? This is where, say, "You monster." This is where Belle's saying, "Please calm down." This is where, well, Asta says, "Oh, and the father's too old. He should have died a while ago when the elves attacked. I don't know why in my mind decided to heal him with one of the anti-magic swords. When they were all just going to see me as nothing but a villain after it. Why did I even try so hard to become the Wizard King when all I knew was I was going to fail because I had zero magic, zero power. The only magic I had was anti-magic just from a devil that was able to give me anti-magic. Just because I was the only one wielding it. It's pathetic of me to believe that I could become the Wizard King. Make people believe that I was a good guy when all of them would see me nothing but a bad guy. A monster, creature, divine, well, an undivided creature or unholy creature. Mr. Ware, well, say they wouldn't see you if you just try your hardest. No. You know. You know what I know from you? Is I know that you're not an actual orphan. You were dropped at the orphanage, but you were so born with luck, so born with magic. Mana really loved you. Not just because you're the reincarnation of like an elf child, but it's something more than that. It's like if you were royalty to begin with. But they send you to an orphanage to probably make your life better. I don't know why I have the feeling of that. But whoever your parents were, I'm gonna find them and kill them. I'd rather fucking make them die than ever see you again. I want to see that despair face of yours. You know what I'm saying? You monster. You know that I don't have parents. I'm not royalty. Oh, shut up, you know. How else do you think you got the 4-leaf grimoire? If you're not royalty, then how else? Not just with pure fucking luck. Unless you were blessed by having, well, what's it called, so much mana because you were just an orphan. You realize that royalty has more mana than normal people. Because they were all kind of blessed because they took a bunch of mana from the elves. Why do you think that's so? Though, I don't really care. So, I'm gonna just start walking away. Bye! Asta smiles and just waves at you. Asta, no! Wind tornado! This is where he makes a small wind tornado hit Asta in the back of the head. Asta gets his like hair kind of flung in front of him. This is where he kind of pushes it back and says, huh? Oh, you still have some little fight spirit on you. Fine, if you want to die that bad, I help you. This is where, well, tries to make more energy, like more mana in his hand to send a powerful wind attack at Asta. Asta says, oh, just give up, You're just going to lose. It's better if you just give up. Don't worry, I'll send your parents with you to hell. This is where, before Asta even gets close, this is where the Golden Dawn leader appears, named Williams, and says forestry. This is where Asta gets hit by the forestry, and this is where Asta just smashes into the wall. Asta laughs because that shit was weak as hell. He just got smashed to the wall. It was pretty nothing. He's durable as fuck. Like, Sukuna is durable as hell. Like, yeah, he can, he's durable as hell because of his cursed energy and other things, but I think with just not having cursed energy, he's still durable as hell. Probably because he was in Yuji's body, but not the point. He is called the King of Curses, so yeah. So Asta just laughs, saying, I've barely even been using any techniques. Am I right now just losing against you people? Nah, I've been just playing around with you idiots. This is where, well, William says, get back. Get back with the other Golden Dawn. You're too weak. This is where, says, no, William, please, let me help you, sir. This is where William looks at, gives him a friendly smile and says, don't worry, I'll stop him. I will even try to capture him. I won't kill your brother. I swear, Asta laughs and breaks that little silence, saying, did you just say you will capture me? You won't kill me? Oh, please. Like how you can even try to kill me. This is where Asta cough up blood, saying, huh? What the hell's happening? This is where a mouth appears, saying, well, it's Sukuna's voice, because Sukuna is still unconscious with Asta, saying, it seems that you're at your limit, Asta. How? Well, the fusion wouldn't actually go progress. Your body would still be weak, since you didn't eat anything. And since your body was getting weaker, I only gave you a small percentage of power. That power would erase this kingdom, but you've been playing way too much. Well, then again, you are me, so... But you're only at, well, how should I say? Let me explain this. There is 20 fingers in total. And where I came from, there was 20 fingers. And people collected the 20 fingers and executed the old body I was in, killing me and erasing the body. So one finger would be so powerful, it would be strong as like 5 magic captains. So that's how strong it is in one finger. And you only have one finger entirely. One finger of power. So that means you're just gonna have to return the other, well, 19 fingers later. I was just say, damn it. Seriously? You gonna tell me this before? I just saw you playing way too much, so I decided to let you have fun, I guess. Asta says, god damn it. This is where Asta jumps away from Williams trying to capture him while Woodstock, and this is where Asta says, damn. I swear, Asta just says, I need to get out of here. Asta smashes through a wall and gets out, and this is where Noelle says, Asta, get out of my way, you bitch. This is where Asta is coughing up blood, and this is where Noelle says, are you? I'm fine. Why are you here anyway? I just kicked Yuno straight to a wall. You should be trying to kill me. Noelle is really heartbroken. She says, I want to go with you, please. This is where Asta says, what? You're a magic knight, a royalty magic knight. Why the hell would you want to go with me? This is where Noelle says, because I just because you said you love me doesn't mean it will actually change the thing. You didn't help me in the first fucking place when I became this strong. This is where Noelle freezes up and says, just get out of my way. Also jumps out of the way of Noelle and kind of keeps going, running. Of course, this is where Klaus and Mimosa try to attack Asta. Mostly Klaus tries to capture him, and Mimosa also did try by binds. This is where Asta notices, and this is where Asta says, damn you people. Curse energy. Slash it. This is where, well, he adds cursed energy into his hand and cuts everything down into a million pieces. This is where Mimosa just gets cut, and even, well, Klaus. Of course, Klaus managed to almost lose an arm, but luckily Mimosa managed to attach it back and start healing. Because, well, she is kind of low in energy, but she managed to do it. Asta starts running. Damn it. Asta's starting to lose more conscious. This is where, well, he said, no, I'm losing. Damn it, I only have a small bit of energy on me. Damn it. This is where, well, Asta is like, he falls down because he is losing so much energy. The fact that he only had one finger of power, even though that's still strong as fuck. He did took some damage from Magic Knights. And it didn't look like he took some damage, but some faster attacks did manage to hit him, but also managed to regenerate with cursed energy. This is where, well, Asta falls down to the ground, and this is where, well, Asta is kind of breathing heavily. He's right now tired. This is where, well, two Magic Knight captains appear. This is, well, Fogolion, Nozel, and yes, I'm going to say that there was a third one, and that third one was, well, the what's it called? The Purple Orca's captain. I don't remember his name. But of course, they all send a very powerful attack at Asta because they know that Asta is now a threat and they have to get rid of him. And before Asta was actually about to get taken out, Asta says, damn it. This is where, well, someone appears. This is Mahito. Mahito says, it looks like the great Sukuna is down. But we can't let you kind of disappear just yet, can we? This is where the other person who was kind of, well, Mahito talking to was Jogo. Jogo says, I guess so. Curse energy. Fire lava blast. This is where before Nozel and, well, Fogolion they send their attacks. And this is where, well, a very powerful lava attack smashes through them. About to hit both of them. This is where, well, Nozel managed to cover himself up with mercury. And Fogolion managed to cover up himself with fire. But of course, they get pushed back, smashed into walls. This is where Jogo says, you got him, Mahito. Mahito already grabs Asta and says, of course, I got him. What do you think I wouldn't grab him? Let's go already. We gotta go. Tell Hanami and also, what's it called? What was the other name? So they ask Hanami and Drago to come with them. Of course, they start running towards where, well, Jogo and Mahito's location are. This is where they make a, well, curse energy barrier, and they disappear. This is where, well, Asta is right now laid down. Right now, having to take a rest. For only having one finger of power, he did cause so much destruction. But also, he wasted so much curse energy on creating a lot of beings. So, of course, creating Mahito and others still take a lot of energy for him. So, of course, they weren't at their full power. Mahito, Jogo, or even Hanami or Drago. They were at only one finger percentage of, well, Asta's power. They have to now wait and grow until they become their full power. They were still powerful, but they weren't at their full power that much. Asta did waste a lot of energy on them. So this is where, well, Asta wasn't expecting to only have one finger of fucking power because Sukuna didn't tell him shit. But yeah, Asta said, where am I? He looks, well, he's back into the mindscape and seeing Sukuna. Sukuna says, so, how was that one power that you had? Sukuna is right next to him sitting down, but yeah. Asta says, huh? Jesus Christ, he could have told me I only had one finger of power. Well, at least he took out a lot of captains and a lot of people. That's why also, when he was destroying a lot of people, he was killing a lot of magic knights from different squads. He didn't care. He was causing so much destruction, only for having one finger, but yeah. So what? Asta says, I guess you're right. My head is killing me. Yeah, that was over you using cursed energy. Fuck. Why didn't you say shit? I feel like I have the worst fucking hangover. That's why, well, Sukuna says, who cares? At least Mahito and the others managed to create a, dimension this dimension is really weird. They look like they managed to create like a domain expansion, but yeah, somewhere dimension place. Don't actually know how to explain it, but of course, they've created this so you can rest. Now you're gonna have to wait for so many years, or not even so many years. It looks like energy is coming back to you, but not gonna lie, you're gonna have to wait a couple of days, months, years. I don't know how long until you get the full power of all 20 fingers. Asta says, really? Fuck. And I always wanted to kill them all. This is where Sukuna says, who cares? At least in this time, you can actually find out how to control my power. That's where Asta says, I guess you're right. Also wakes up and sees, well, Mahito, Hanami has his arm covered up, of course. And of course, Mahito's there just like giggling and smiling, thinking what to do with all these humans, all these, specimen. That's where, Jogo says, I don't really care, I'd rather just kill them all. That's where Jogo, who's right now just there sitting, being a squid, but yeah. That's where, I should mention about the others. Sally and the others managed to leave. Sally, Rades, Vorgans, and the others managed to disappear. But yeah, after Asta's destruction. Asta explains that they need to go far away from the Clover Kingdom so Asta can find them. But yeah. That's where, Sally listens. 80s kind of listen. That's where Voltus had to listen, because if he didn't, Asta would have killed him in an instant, ripping his head off. Because Asta just was so threatening. His presence just being unholy half the damn time. It was more unholy than the devil, which confused the fuck out of him. The devils are very unholy, but this being that Asta is no longer a human, but instead the king of the curses. King of curses. So where, Asta, who is, what just happened? Mahito says, oh, you're awake. Ha! See, I told you he was gonna wake up pretty soon. He is with a new, reincarnation of Sukuna. That's where, Jogo says, whatever. He's still a kid, you know that. So am I. Mahito kind of changes, so to look like a little kid. Jogo says, shut up. This is where, Hanami is right now just, you can barely hear what he's saying. So, of course, he's saying, he's basically saying, I guess Mahito is somewhat of a kid. This is where Mahito says, don't be so rude to me, Hanami. This is where Drogo, who's right now saying silence, but yeah. This is where Asta says, what just happened? The only thing I remember was 2 fucking blasts going straight towards me. Yeah, Jogo says, yeah? And guess what? I had to save your ass. Can't believe you only have 1% of Sukuna's finger. Power, mostly. The finger. Does that mean that we didn't actually have our full powers either? This is where Mahito says, I was still feeling strong. I was still managing to take people out. I didn't actually find out what limit I had at. This is where Jogo says, I did kind of feel a little bit weaker than the one I was back then when I was fighting against, Gojo or even the others. This is where, Hanami says, that's interesting. I felt weak a little bit. Drogo, who's actually still, transformed back into a squid self-phenomena, goes, I don't actually know if he actually talks or not, but yeah. I can't remember if he did talk in the manga. I can't remember. But yeah, that's what, Asta says, I'm tired. Asta falls back asleep, but yeah. So, of course, we go into, the others kind of going back into, somewhat figuring out what to do. Now, I should mention one thing. Before Asta, well, not Asta, before Asta and the others left, Mahito managed to kind of, well, find the king and actually turn him into one of his, well, cursed, well, puppets. This is where Mahito says, "You're gonna be good in the near future." This is where, well, he only touched him but not fully transformed him. This is where, well, the king was about to, like, do something, but of course, before he can even have the time to do anything, like, uses magic, and says, "Behold my divine," whatever bullshit, he transforms into a cursed creature and just runs around, killing, well, other nobles, but yeah. So, we go into the present time of, well, the Magic Knights. The Magic Knights realize that Kira's dead, the Clover King is dead, Julius is dead, and a lot of people are dead, especially a bunch of nobles. This is where, well, they realize they all kind of fucked up. Mostly it was the noble side that kind of fucked up because they didn't help Asta. Which, if they kind of believed Asta was innocent, Asta would have never done this. Maybe. But of course, this is where, well, Asta has become fully evil. Noelle has been in her room crying for the last couple of days. Mimosa did try to cheer her up, but she was nothing but sadness. Her eyes were purely dead, but yeah. Every time that the other, like, black boys tried to help Noelle, she kind of just shut them up and just walk away. Vanessa kind of felt broken also. Kind of seeing a little brother figure like Asta become such a murderous villain. A terrorist to basically the, well, Clover Kingdom. This is where, well, everyone's kind of heartbroken. Even what's it called, Luck. His partner, his training partner was kind of gone. Everyone was kind of, like, saddened. This is where, well, Yami was actually pretty damn saddened. If he didn't just listen to Julius or any of the other stupid fucking captains, he would have, like, saved his pupil in an instant, his, like, underling and all that. Instead of, like, listening to fucking whatever bullshit they were gonna do. He should have done something. So, well, Noelle has just been kind of walking away from the black boys, coming back, but of course, all tired and beaten up. She is just training as harsh as she can. She wants to become strong enough. She wants to show Asta that she was strong enough. She will save Asta. She doesn't care. She's right now in denial. She just thinks that Asta wasn't the one saying those things. It must have been like some kind of demon that possessed him or something. No. She's, like, right now denying everything. She's fully in denial. Everyone else is kind of grieving for the fact that Asta was gone. The Hodge village were kind of kept in the dark, so of course they didn't know much. But yeah. Of course, the last bit of, like, cursed creatures and kind of cursed creatures human transformed from Mahito were killed off, but yeah, even the king was killed, but yeah. This is why, well, everyone was kind of having a funeral and all that, and how many people died at this time. And so many people were angry at Asta, but some people believed that it was their fault, the fact that Asta transformed himself into nothing but a monster. Yuno was hit the hardest. Hit the divine hardest. When he was fighting against Asta, he could never land a hit on him. But when he was hearing another voice that wasn't even Asta, like a mouth that appeared on Asta's, like, cheek, saying that you only have one bit of, like, finger power, he was so shocked to believe that that one finger power, whatever it was, can take on 5 magic captains. But it seems he only had a couple of minutes left before he passes out. That's why Asta ran away. He realized that he's not strong enough. He wasn't even at, well, he was at, like, a magical captain's level. Just a little bit. But now to see Asta just surpass him with power, with nothing but just power, and just destroy the shattering limits of how they're gonna catch up and all that. Asta was a little bit behind Yuno and all that. Like, a little bit behind, but Asta just sent himself all the way up with his power. This is where, well, Yuno is just angry. The fact that he should have done something to help Asta. If he should have, like, done something, because Asta became a villain. Nothing but a monster that people fear. But yeah. This is where, well, for Golian had it to become actually the Wizard King. And the Clover King actually didn't have an offspring. And of course, maybe it was her, like, the Clover King's, like, niece. Like, her, his niece and all that. She might have to become Clover King, but they didn't have an offspring for, like, a male side. So, of course, there was a good chance he had to become it because Kira was dead. And, of course, this is where, well, she did kind of become Clover King, but she was too kind of weak and sick. Of course, this is where Fogolian did become, well, the Wizard King, the new Wizard King, because he was actually the strongest out of everyone. And of course, the most likely less to actually die, because he does have the, well, the spirit of fire. He basically has a salamander. But that didn't even help him fight against Asta, because he didn't even summon it at any point. He thought that Asta was just going crazy. He never thought that Asta was this powerful. But of course, this is where, well, Asta, who seems to really not care that much, and where he's at, he's just trying to, well, gain back his energy. But yeah, this is where you go back into the Clover Kingdom. Fogolian decides to assign Noelle, and even Mimosa to go towards the Heart Kingdom to see if they can make an alliance, trying to. Because, well, they were, and before this whole attack was happening, they wanted to get Hamlet or whatever his goddamn name from the old, like, trader of the Purple Orcas to kind of help rebuild the kingdom with his money, but they can't find him anywhere. So they need help. They're not going to ask the Diamond Kingdom for help because all they know is probably they're going to betray them and try to attack them. They know that the Heart Kingdom is the most friendly and peaceful one out of all, well, what's it called, 4 kingdoms entirely. The Clover Kingdom usually is neutral half the time, and yet the Heart Kingdom usually neutral also. So that's why they kind of went to go ask, well, the Queen, the Heart's Queen and all that. Nero is dead, I should mention. She died when she was trying to steal off Asta's powers. Asta killed her in an instant for her insolence, well, behavior. This is where, well, they are all going on boat. This is where, well, Noelle is just so dead. Her eyes are so dead. Mimosa is quiet also. She's very quiet. Instead of being the one kind of trying to talk to each other, she's just extremely quiet. Noelle is just also quiet. More quiet than normal. He is shocked to believe how many things had Asta kind of hurt before he disappeared. Before they can't even find where Asta even went. The trail kind of disappeared entirely. But yeah, it seems that doesn't know where Asta's at, but it seems that Asta hurt so many people when he became the creature or whatever he is. He looks at both Noelle and, well, Mimosa. Of course, Mimosa's very quiet and saddened, kind of a little depressed. Noelle is dead. Like, her eyes are nothing but just dead. So where she is saddened because, well, she did love Asta, but Asta seems to just deny her feelings for him. This is where, well, she is just saddened. This is where, well, it's right now just quiet also. This is where the bell, well, not Belle, the Belle, the fairy and all that, tries to talk to and tries to tell the girl to leave alone. This is where both Noelle and Mimosa kind of just walks away further from and this is where Belle was shocked, because usually any noble girls will try to, like, ask out or anything, but, well, Noelle kind of walked away, kind of, like, even staying far away from Mimosa. Mimosa was also staying far away from any of them. Also notices. That's where thinks in his head, so that was the girl that, well, likes Asta, and also Mimosa. Damn. Worst timing ever, Asta. This is where, well, you go into Asta. Asta sneezes, saying, "What the fuck was that? Someone's talking about me." It could be in his despair state. Whatever. This is where, well, Asta managed to regain a lot of his power back. So, of course, Asta has all his power back. Well, almost. This is where, well, Asta says, so, had to wait a couple more days or months or whatever. This is where, well, They said kinda, and this is what Asta says, we should make somewhere else. This place is kind of just purely dark. This place, yeah, it's mostly dark in this place because it was just a little dimension ball that Mahito managed to make up, but yeah, or crate mostly. But of course, they get out, and this is where Asta says, okay, time to go and find an actual better place to live at. Or to kind of just have our headquarters. That's where they disappear, and of course, we fast forward into, well, fighting against, well, multiple water attacks, like water knights and all that. Noelle was doing the same in Mosa. Noelle was actually destroying all of them, giving no mercy and actually killing them. She was fighting against also that lightning user. Of course, this is where, well, Noelle managed to almost kill the lightning user, and this is where, before Noelle was actually going to do that, this is where the water spirit and also the queen told her to stop. This is where Noelle didn't stop, and instead uses this wind binding to actually stop her. This is where Noelle just says, damn it. Still so weak. This is where, well, said, Mimosa, can you please? This is where Mimosa says, sure. This is where Mimosa's trying to calm down when Noelle, and both of them are kind of just looking at each other, and of course they start kind of crying a little bit. But yeah, it's just because they get reminded of the fact they were both kind of fighting for Asta's kind of love. But that didn't really happen. So, of course, well, Asta, well, not Asta, mostly, ask, well, the queen, the heart queen, I forgot her name, it was like Lolly, whatever her goddamn name is. I don't remember, Lollipop? I don't remember. But, of course, just for an alliance with the Clover Kingdom. This is where, well, the Heart Queen says that, oh, yeah, we'll only make an alliance if the anti-magic user boy can actually help us out with a little devil. Because she hadn't actually seen Asta or anything about the fact that he betrayed the Clover Kingdom. This is where, kind of like twitches a little bit after hearing anti-magic boy. And this is where Noelle just gets angry. This is where she like flips and tries to attack the queen. The queen of the Heart Kingdom. This is where Noelle was so close to actually killing her, and this is where says stop, Noelle. This is where he uses another wind bind to actually stop her. This is where Mimosa also did try to attack her, and even had to stop her. Also, damn it, why is he too annoying? This is where the Queen of Heart Kingdom says, what are they doing? Explains that Asta is no longer a part of, well, the Clover Kingdom. He is a traitor towards the Clover Kingdom. He killed the king, he killed the Wizard King, he killed a lot of nobles, and he killed so many people. This is where the Queen of Hearts, just puts her hand to her face and just horrified. It's where she said, but why? It's where says, because our nobles decides to think that he was a devil and decides to try to lock him up. With a man that's abstained in jail for like a year, not even a year, a week, kind of broke his mind and made him become nothing but a villain and nothing but a cold murderer villain. This is where the Queen of Hearts nodded. That's where, well, she explained her curse still. And this is where, well, realized that Asta would have been perfect to try to get rid of the curse. But Asta's not here no more. His anti-magic book was also taken. So yeah, Asta's taking it with him. And this is where, well, Asta just kind of sneezes again and says, who the hell's talking about me? I'm gonna murder whoever's keep talking about me because I'm gonna kill them all. That's where Mahito's laughing, saying, nah, what's it called? Is our friend here not liking no one to talk about him? Well, Mahito, if you want to talk about me, then I'll just break your bones. No, I hate especially humans talk about me. So what? Well, they managed to find a dark forest. And managed to make a door appear on one of the trees of the dark forest and all that. And this is where, well, this door leads him into a dimension that looks like a beach place and all that. This is where Drogio kind of is in the water, and this is where everyone else is there. Mostly talking about the plants, but yeah. That's where Asta fills the dark forest with nothing but his cursed energy. This is where it was creating actual what's it called not creating creating cursed creatures, but just out of nature mostly. This is where Asta says, this will be the perfect place to be at. Now we just need humans that have vengeful spirits and all them other things. Mahito, you can do that, right? Mahito says, of course, I can get an army for us. That's why Asta says, good. Well, Jogo, Hanami, and Droga, I don't know what you guys are gonna do, but just do it and make sure not to get caught. That's where Jogo says, sure. All of them say yeah, and that's where they disappear. Well, mostly Jogo kind of nodded his head. Hanami said a word, but you couldn't understand it. But mostly he said yes. Then mostly Jogo said sure. That's where Asta just went to lay down and starts concentrating and trying to get all the power back. This is where the Heart Kingdom decides to still make an alliance with the Clover Kingdom, but they have 6 months to train to fight against the devils and Spade. This is where we go into a time skip of 6 months later. But before doing that, they visit the Hodge village, even Noel, and Noel was kind of running towards them or trying to be funny enough. But yeah, of course, the father says, where's Asta? This is where, Noel twitches a little bit, and this is where she was making a water spirit in her hand. This is where stops her. And this is where, says that he's on vacation. Sorry, he's with the Black Boss. I don't actually know where he's at. This is where he had to just funny smile towards, the father. The father says, oh, I see, then he couldn't really visit. Okay. This is where, the father still shows a picture towards and, about Asta and that photo about him being a prisoner, count guilty. And this is where, the father says, I'm happy that at least he was managed to get out of jail and, be with the Black Boss. Noelle was freaking out in her head. She wanted to just kill anyone that talks bad about Asta. She was still in nothing but denial. This is where, managed to calm her down by using wind binding most of the time, but yeah. This is where, we go into, after all that, we go into the 6 months later. Asta, who managed to get actually more than, 6 fingers of power. He actually managed to get about 12. Yes, he managed to get 12 fingers. Now, I should mention where Jogo and the others went actually for that 6 months. Jogo went to kind of look for a volcano place to kind of train at. Or just be bored out of his mind and just train at, mostly. That's where, when he was at this volcano place, he kind of met, some, when he was at this, the volcano place where the magic place was at, he actually transformed the magic, the power from Mon, to actually become actual cursed energy in that place, creating cursed spirits all around. So, of course, when the Magic Knights were there, they were actually struggling with the different cursed spirits. But yeah, that's where Jogo was actually becoming stronger over the time he was in the Magna place. But yeah, that's where, Mariana did try to fight against Jogo. Jogo dodges and started having to fight against her. But yeah, that's where, he sent these fireflies to actually hit Mariana. She did get hit by them and exploded by the sound frequency. But yeah, this is where, Mariana smashed into the wall. But yeah, that's where Mariana had to escape, kind of retreat. But yeah, even though she didn't want to. This is where, we go into Drolio. Drolio was actually in the Heart Kingdom. He was in the water spying on everyone, trying to listen in and what information he needs to find. Hanami. Where was Hanami? Well, he was actually in the forest. He was right now just talking to the Mother Nature and all that. But yeah. Now we go into, what's called Mahito. Mahito was actually in the Diamond Kingdom for a good reason. He he saw something powerful happen, and it was Zenon who was actually destroying a bunch of Diamond, Kingdom Magic Knights. And this is where Mahito kind of fought against him. Now, of course, this is where Zenin didn't notice this, but his soul was actually getting fucked up. It wasn't his body, it was his soul getting fucked up. This is where, when he was fighting against Mahito, Mahito was right now using his like cursed puppets to kind of fight against, well, Zenin. Zenin wanted his eyes and really couldn't fight against Mahito. He realized that Mahito could actually hurt his soul, not his physical body. This is where he realized that it's troublesome a lot. And seeing that he can't sense, well, Mahito's energy is because he uses, well, Mahito is basically a cursed creature, meaning that he is full of cursed energy, not magic. So, of course, this is where Mahito's saying, come here, you be my new little experiment. Not just that, Zenin was getting hurt, but not just that, the devil with him was also getting hurt. His soul was getting fucked up. This is where, well, Zenin had to somehow escape from Mahito. Mahito was saying, no, come back. You're my new experiment. You can't just leave now. Zenin actually managed to escape, and Mahito says, damn it. So where he looks out the curse. Well, not curse. Mostly he looks at all the beings underneath him and says, see what? I'll just experiment with all of you. This is where Sally, she actually managed to get to the dark forest without half the cursed energy beings. Well, not cursed energy. Mostly cursed beings actually trying to kill her. This is where Voltage actually decides to leave and actually get towards, well, the elves. This is where, well, he did explain to the elves of what just happened. Partridge was actually shocked to believe that Asta became a villain, a demonic villain. That's where, well, the other elves, Raya, Fauna, and even Vectos were actually shocked. They didn't know what to do with Asta. If Asta destroyed the Clover Kingdom in nothing but just utter disarray, they can't really help Asta. They don't know how much Asta has hatred. It might have been panting up for such a long time. They don't know if they can help Asta. But Partridge did want to try, but he didn't know if he could. This is where, well, Voltus did explain that Asta was able to take up almost the whole kingdom thanks to his like four divine generals. This is where he didn't actually know what they were because he couldn't feel any magic from them. Neither does Asta. Asta was physically strong, so much powerful, and so much taller than anyone else. Having 4 eyes in total, and having a bunch of markings around his body, able to cut people with just a blink of the eye. Partridge realized that Asta has achieved something so powerful, something unholy as hell. That's what, well, we go into Asta walking into the Spade Kingdom and like if he owns his shit. Yes, we kind of went into the 6 months. Asta's now, after 6 months, having 12-fingered power. So yeah, he has about 12 fingers in total of power. This is where Asta's walking to the Spade Kingdom, and this is where multiple double contract users try to attack Asta, but they get obliterated in an instant. Insolent fools dare to try attack him. Asta is kind of just looking around because he can still sense ki, and of course he found, well, the most powerful person that was in here. Someone named Dante. Dante says, who are you anyway? You don't need to know about me, but I know about you a little bit. You're a double contractor. Someone that has Lucifer or whatever his goddamn name is, right? This is where, well, Libby kind of said yeah. Because yes, Libby is still with Asta. And Asta, he is kind of okay with Libby because he can see that Libby was also betrayed by a lot of people. Just hated by humans entirely. Just one person didn't hate him, but Asta just ignored that. This is where, because it was his mother, but yeah. This is where Asta says, good to know. This is where Asta appear behind, well, Dante, grabbing him from the coat and let's see the whole fucking world. He throws Dante, just smashing into multiple buildings. Think of how Sukuna was really fighting against Megami, and grabbing him from like the back of the shirt and just throw his ass. But yeah, Dante was being thrown like a fucking ragdoll until he used gravity and makes like some of the buildings transform into spikes and send them to Asta. Asta gets hit and one of his arms just get cut. And Asta says, you think that's actually gonna affect me? This is where Asta breaks all the little spike cells in his chest. This is where Asta's finger gets regenerated so fast, saying, hey, this shit is so fun. This is where Dante wanted his eyes. Lucifer is confused with Asta. He can't sense a single drop of magic. But seeing Libby there kind of shows him that this person has anti-magic. But that doesn't make sense. This person shouldn't be able to regen. Anti-magic doesn't allow people to regen. That's where Asta saying, good to know that you're fun. Asta smashes a fist upon Dante's face, right now sending his ass across multiple, buildings, smashing upon multiple double contracts, killing them easily. This is where Asta saying, come on, let's have fun. This is where Asta blitzes the ground. Right now the ground under him breaks and when he just runs straight towards, Dante. Dante managed to stop himself, but this is where Asta appeared, uppercutting his shit up to the air. Right now sending him up there. This is where, Dante says, you insolent human. Since, he managed to pick up multiple of the rubble from the ground and then turn it on into spikes and start sending them straight to Asta on high speeds. Asta just cuts him instantly, saying, please, shut the fuck up. I'm going to rip you apart, you stupid looking fuck. This is where, Asta managed to put cursed energy into his hand and just claw the air and cutting all of it, so yeah. So that's why they were all destroyed in an instant. Asta starts rushing at, Dante. Dante sees that this is impossible to fight. Asta uppercut his shit again, then knee him in the stomach, then kick him back to the ground like he was nothing but a fucking soccer ball. But yeah. So, of course, we go into, the others managing to get towards the Spade Kingdom. But, of course, this is where, Meliana, or whatever her captain name is, I should remember, so her name is Venica. Venica is at the, Heart Kingdom to actually try to take Rubia towards the, Spade Kingdom. Zenon is at the Clover Kingdom to try to take Williams. Now, of course, Dante is not there because Dante is right now getting his ass beat. He's right now getting his ass beat 24/7 with Asta. Asta's beating his ass for no other reason than to have fun. Yeah, to see how much powerful he is. This is where Dante sees that he is surely to get fucking killed by Asta. And if I can remember right, Dante's magic is kind of gravity. And also his double magic is, I don't actually remember, but yeah. But of course, he tries to increase the gravity on Asta 10,000 times stronger than normal gravity. This is where Asta is burning effect and saying, you doing something? This is where Dante can barely even stand up on his own with the gravity unless he goes double transformation, which is in. But right now, Asta is walking like it's nothing but a casual Sunday, strolling down the fucking street. This is where Asta, he appears right now, sending a kick, such a powerful kick into Dante's fucking head, smashing him across multiple buildings. Double contractors were trying to help Dante, but of course they're getting killed in an instant. Thanks towards another being that's there. That being is Jogo. Jogo is burning through them, saying, die, you weaklings. But yeah, Jogo says, you're nothing towards a curse. The king of curses. Asta is really just destroying Dante. Dante's all bleeding from his nose. He's bleeding from his mouth. He's bleeding from a lot of places. Asta says, that one arm is not going to be very useful. That right arm, would you not need it? Oh, I don't think you would need it. Asta flicks his finger up in the air. And this is where, Dante's arm is cut off in an instant. This is where Dante screams. This is where we never thought that this being, whatever he is, he's stronger than the Devil King himself. Asta is smiling, saying, it seems that you don't understand your place, weakling. Asta grabs him from the other arm and smashes his face down to the ground. This is where Dante is trying to go even more further in his power, which he does. He managed to regrow an arm and go into 85%. Asta says, what is this going to be? Some kind of power? Go into your full power. I want to see how strong you can be. Dante is trying to ask for Lucifer more power. Lucifer says, fine. This will kill you, but they'd be enough to kill him. This is where, Dante goes into full power, 100% mode. This is where, Veronica and Zenon felt, Dante's malicious power fully going out. And this is where, they felt it, and then it diminished in 1 second. Everyone felt the very powerful demonic magic from a Devil King, but it was destroyed in an instant. Domain expansion, Asta said. Also put both of his fingers up in the, well, both of his hands together into the domain expansion sign and said, "Domain expansion, Maleperate shine." Shrine, mostly. I don't know why I say shine. Shrine. It's where, well, all that Dante sees is something terrifying. Something with 6 eyes in total appear. And this is where, well, even Lucifer saw this terrifying. This is where, well, Asta disappears. The domain expansion disappears. And this is where Asta is walking past Dante and says, "Well, that was pathetic of you. You couldn't even stand up into having multiple slices around your body." Very interesting. You managed to have at least 24 cuts in your body. I thought you would be more stronger than that. Dante gets cut into 24 pieces. His regeneration was not fast enough. He was cut down. This word, well, Lucifer was also cut down in the double world. He was shocked. This is where, well, they are both dead. Dante and Lucifer. I also laughed and said, "Oh, please, was that really your best shot? Pathetic. Did you believe that?" This is where, well, Zenon and Vanica were actually kind of sighing, thinking that, well, Dante didn't go that far. This is where, well, Vanica managed to dodge a water sword from Noel. Noel has become so much stronger. Has, well, become so much stronger than the original canon in the manga. But yeah, she is right now in this, well, what's it called? Well, this kind of Valkyrie armor, but instead of like swimming like a fish mostly or whatever, her Valkyrie armor has, what's it called, wings, like angel wings. And of course, this is where, well, she has also kind of wings on like her feet and all that, like on the water, water armor, like, it kind of has wings. Think of it like, what's it called, what is that one Greek god that's pretty fast but has like boots that have wings mostly? But yeah, I forgot that one Greek god, but yeah. Was it Greek or Greece? I can't remember. But yeah, this is where she is so much faster. Noel is blitzing Vanica so easily. Vanica realized that she's going to lose. This is where, well, also became so much powerful in stopping Zenon from actually, well, getting anywhere near William. He's right now in this armor, in full transformation, well, what's it called, the full wind transformation. He hasn't actually unlocked his like second, book just yet. This is where, well, he did kind of talk to the other dude, like the person that came towards the Clover Kingdom, to find Yuno, so Yuno can become the new prince, to actually save, well, the Spade Kingdom. But yeah, this is where Asta, was just walking around, destroying anyone who stands in his way, finds the, well, double shrine, mostly the demon underworld kind of connection. This is where he meets that one dude with glasses, and this is where he says, "Huh? What's happened to Dante? And who are you anyway?" Asta says, "You don't need to know about that." Asta flicks his finger once, and this guy's head flies off his body. Dead in an instant. He wanted his eyes, but he was disappearing in an instant. Asta says, "So, this must be the double, well, little, what's it called, portal around here. So, maybe I should jump in there. Hey, Libby, you want to go? You want to kill all devils that piss you off?" Libby says, "Yeah. Let's do it." This is where he looks at the 4 commanders he have. Jogo, Hanami, what's it called? Mahito, and also, well, Drago. I almost fucking forgot his name, Mahito. Drago was actually not there. He was actually at the Heart Kingdom, so he's getting a lot of information and what the hell happening. But yeah, he looks at all 3 of them and says, "Destroy this kingdom. Destroy all of it. Murder and kill all the devil contractor users or whatever, even the humans. Don't let anyone in also. Make sure to turn them on to cursed beings." This is where all of them nodded. Asta goes in here and actually uses his curse, his cursed energy. And, well, Libby can also get in it pretty easy because he has no magic. And also has no magic neither. So, of course, they fall through and, of course, landing into the underworld. Right now, so many devils are looking at Asta and Libby. Asta says, "Hi, now die." He swings his hand once in the air, cutting so many devils in half. This is where so many double winder eyes started attacking Asta with so many magic attacks. Asta is laughing, dodging them so easily. He's right now punching one devil in the head, right now ripping his damn head off. So Asta's laughing right now, running through them and running the fucking fade with all of them. They cannot fight against Asta. Asta's just a demon. A fucking whole ass demon that's way stronger than all of them. He's on that demon mode time, but yeah. This is where, well, Asta says, Levy says, yeah, I got it. This is where they go into double union. And of course, this is where Asta says, let's have fun. Of course, double union looks a little bit like original canon. But of course, this is where, well, his hair is dark crimson red. Instead of being like a little bit of like a lightish red like Sukuna's, or just black, it's just dark crimson. The colors of Union mode is black and red too, but still has more patterns. Also, he doesn't have armor on his chest. That's just a pattern. Is where, well, Sukuna pulls out, instead of having 2 arms in double union, he pulls out 4 arms. He might not be able to full transformation in what's called, well, having full Sukuna's power, but only having 12 fingers in total. But he still has what they call all 4 of his hands. Just a little bit, but yeah. This is where, well, he kind of pulls out a curse, well, what they call a curse tool, a curse weapon and all that. And this curse weapon is what they call the, the one that was used against Gojo. That one that was, I forgot his name. What was it again? I forgot. Asta brings out the inverted spear of heaven. He cuts through the devil so easily, erasing them so easily with it. That's where Asta in his other hands has, well, the Devil Destroyer. And right now he's easily ripping through every, well, in his other 2 hands he has the Demon Slayer and also the Demon Dweller. Right now ripping through devils easily. He also pulls out a spear that had, well, what's called these rings on it. Well, is it ring? He mostly pulls out this spear right here, but yeah. But of course, Asta is really just destroying all devils in an instant, killing every last one of them. Asta's actually making them disappear. They are all disappearing from the underworld. That's where we go into about 2 days later. Asta, who just opened his eyes, sees all of the 3 devils destroy. Like all 3 kings of the devils destroy. Also, Zenin and what's it called, Vanaka, who had their devil contracts still a little bit alive, but not with the devils themselves. They were destroyed. So their contracts were destroyed. Their powers are actually erased also. This is where Vanaka did die when Noelle managed to stab her. And when, what's it called, the guy with the bones tried to attack Yuno and tried to kill him also, he actually died also towards Yuno. This is where Zenin said, my devil contract. That's where Vanaka also said, devil contract. It gone. This is where they both died. The curse that was on, well, the Heart Queen actually disappeared before Vanaka died. She was confused. She was shocked. That means the devil died first. This is where she was confused even more. Asta, who is out of now the devil, well, it's called dimension, gets out of it and says, so, is everyone fine here? This is where the whole Spade Kingdom is now in pure rubble. Nothing but destroyed. Asta laughs and says, an army actually grew out of it. Most of them were double contracts, but now they have cursed energy, so they are not following under Mahito's kind of little rule. But yeah, Asta's laughing, saying, thanks to him being in the, what's it called, well, in the double war, he actually managed to gain 5, well, not 5 more fingers, mostly 4 more fingers. So he has now in total 16 finger powers. So of course, well, he's much more stronger. He's much more powerful. But this is where I'm gonna leave it off. Yes, leave it off for part 2. Part 2 might be the end of this what if. Yes, I know it's a very short what if, and I know some of you are gonna be like, why not just make it more? Because some of you might like it or not. I feel like none of you fucking like it, but whatever. But not the point. Yes. What will happen between Asta and the other 4, well, curse creatures? Would Asta become the king of curses in this world? Or would he be defeated by Yuno and Noelle? They are from the Light Triad. Even though the Dark Triad kind of died and was defeated by Asta. Would Asta ever become good? Will Asta stay evil and destroy everyone, kill everyone in this world? Or would Asta just give up? Nah, I'm just kidding. But I'm just saying. But other than that, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, and good night. Bye-bye.